Welcome to the video. Welcome to my channel. Understanding the world. When we create cities, we create pollution, we create disease, we create raising the temperature. To create a city, we need to take the trees down. Now or long ago, doesn't matter, before the cities there were trees. The forest has a stable temperature. In the forest, the temperature in the tropics is about 26, 27 all the time. It doesn't change. If you go out of the forest, you go to the villages, you go to the cities, you get temperature in the tropics into the 30s, the 40s. So that is because they hardening the soils, killing the soils. They build with toxic cement, toxic concrete that is never releasing the moisture from the rain and create mold into the house, into the tropics. In the colder countries, they have central heating, which is the solution for this problem. But it's not in a rain season in the tropics, because this is a total scam of humanity, of building. The absence of fruit-eating people that have a diet of disease and pollution, because the world was green, was forest all around when we were living in the Garden of Eden. We went to the north, we went to a diabolic world with disease and aggression and violence. We created cities, we created climate change. You cannot take the trees away. The trees are your health. They alkalize your body. They take your radiation away, that is damaging your nerves. Radiation from phones and computers damaging your nerves. So the tree is absorbing this and gives you alkaline electrons when you hug the tree barefooted. So there is nothing more needed than trees everywhere to stop the global warming, the climate change. There is nothing else needed than going on a fruit cleanse, on a fruit diet, and throw the seeds and help to reforest the world. Whatever you throw, melons, berry seeds, apple, pear seeds, it doesn't matter. You help nature. So we have a total brainwashed view like this. We don't want to hear what I am saying, because all what we put in the mouth is highly addictive, it's highly acidic, and is changing the behavior of humans. If all humans would eat fruit, it would be peaceful, it would be friendship. There would be no fighting, there would be no aggression. It's all caused by a fake lion diet, necrovore diet, all the aggression and wars and whatever. So you cannot be violent, you cannot be aggressive when you eat just fruits. And how more people this gonna know or seeing this, how faster we can change the world back in its original state, back into a covered soil. Because an uncovered soil, a hardened soil, is a killed soil. And we need to realize that trees, with their falling leaves, creating leaf mulch, which is shading out the ground, which is hydrating the ground, which is increasing the life in the soil, because the leaf mulch is feeding the bacteria, the fungi, the mycelium. So the trees are communicating with each other by the roots. Plants are communicating with each other by the roots. So we need to create a web of plants and trees that increase the fertility of the soils. We are so much away from nature that we don't believe nature is our healing. Trees are the healing. Fruits are the healing. So you cannot love an animal when you take the dog on a leash, because you are imprisoning the dog. If you give the dog food out of cans and bags, you creating disease for the dog. So you don't love the dog. If you love the dog, you give him natural fruit that is hydrating him. You give him vegetables. You give him coconut meat. So you give him avocado. The dog is not a pure carnivore. No, people, it's not. He stinks. His elimination stinks. And when a human's elimination is stinky from a cooked diet, then you create disease. When the dog's elimination is stinky, you create disease for the dog. Because no animal in nature has a stinky stool. They eat what they are created for. They eat a natural, never cooked diet. They eat the food in its whole natural state. And that is what we humans don't do. We mess up our body by going to restaurants where we eat 50 ingredients on one plate. That's a burden for the body, because for every ingredient you need a different pH creation. And that is why we cannot find healthy food in restaurants. Those people don't know what is ripe fruit, what is organic fruit, what is cleaning fruit, what is alkaline food. They don't know. They are not educated. They have big bellies full of waste, worms, parasites. They don't know what is inside. full of mucus. So the fruit is what you need to get out the mucus, to stop the mucus. Fruits, maybe some greens, maybe, if you really crave it, okay. But the fruit is always the highest electrical, don't forget this, is the highest cleansing. The greens are less cleansing. And the fruit diet is not only thinking about should I get this nutrient, should I get that vitamin. Animals in nature don't do this. They eat a monomeal of something. The lion eats a monomeal of a carcass. The elephant eats a monomeal of acacia leaves. That's it. He doesn't go to another tree and mixes the acacia with another leaf type. No way. We doing this daily. So this is how we create an unhealthy world. We create deforestation by food choices as rice, coffee, tea, all the grains, all the corn, all the lawns are monoculture depleting techniques. We need diversity. We need diversity in the lawn. We need to change what is under the surface. We need to change what is inside the body. Peace and love. Blessings.